Sammy, I'll see you when you dig your balls out of Roman's pocket. Honestly, if you can't joke with your best friend about having their balls in another man's pocket, then are they really your best friend? Are they really your best friend if you can't mention their balls dangling in another man's pocket, possibly in the side pocket, possibly in the back pocket, maybe in the front pocket, maybe in the corner pocket? Honestly, another man's balls being in another man's pocket, you gotta be able to talk about it with your best friend, not your worst enemy, because then that might cause some issues unless you really want to piss them off. But enough ball talk, let's get to it, shall we? I'm Charles Rectum with my review of WWE Smackdown from Memphis, Tennessee. And yes, with the news looming large of Vince McMahon being back on the board to facilitate a sale, even though I think there's going to be something that he's going to really try to do to mess things up, because I'm going to inject this company with a lethal dose of poison. I'm going to kill my creation, me, and the new world board members. Yeah, I can't do the Vince McMahon impression at this point. My voice is shot. This SmackDown really wasn't all that eventful outside of a few things that happened with the Bloodline. This is the first SmackDown of 2023. This is what I think may happen with the news of Vince McMahon coming back on the board. There are certain rules and guidelines and stuff like that, and certain lawsuits could happen if Vince McMahon tried to break the rules, but like that stopped him before. It's really looking like we're going to have a sale. Now, who the hell knows who will end up buying it? It could end up being, the Saudis. They could buy it. That could be really goddamn interesting. We could have the company that runs the UFC or whatever that media company is. They could end up buying it, and then the pay-per-views could go to 80 goddamn bucks, and then nobody will buy them because, honestly, not even that many people watch them when they're on the cock. Or NBC Universal or Disney could buy them. Or, well, since Disney owns Fox and NBC Universal has the Peacock deal, I honestly hope it goes to NBC Universal because it would just be easier to use. That being said, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Vince McMahon's going to kill his own creation? Do you think he's going to inject it with a lethal dose of poison? Answers in the comments, please. So, yeah, SmackDown. So the Bloodline interrupt the theme. The SmackDown theme sucks. It just sucks. Get good rap on these shows, or just stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Roman wants everybody to acknowledge his Memphis meet. Sammy speaks. Roman says, well, Sammy lost. I didn't, but why did you call your shot? I'm the tribal chief. I do that. He's getting all upset. Do you want to be me? Do you really want to be me? He thinks he's Charlie XCX with the Hot Girl song from Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Yeah, I'm referencing a song that really, quite frankly, somebody my age shouldn't be listening to, but it's great because Charlie XCX is great, and Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is great, and A24 is great. And speaking of great, here's Kevin Owens. He says, your problem is with me, not with Sammy. You should face me at the Rumble, like in 2017 and 2021. Sammy, I'll see you whenever you dig your balls out of Roman's pocket. So the title is going to end up being on the line. They confirm that. Charlotte shows up in a big old fancy car. Kofi with Xavier took on Santos Escobar with Legoland Phantasm and Smurfina. Because I'm sorry, but Zelina at this point is about as small as Smurfette. I don't really know if this was a Rumble qualifier. I don't think it was, but I think it was just a way to tease, Escobar could get eliminated, and if he's thrown over the top and both feet touch the floor, since he's not Kerry Von Erich, yeah, that could end up happening. So technically, Kerry Von Erich, even though he has not been with us for nearly 30 years, was never technically eliminated from the 91-92 Rumbles. Yeah, this is going well. So it was fine. It was well worked. There were distractions, and then Phantom Driver 1, 2, 3. There you go. Unfortunately, this is about the highlight of the matches. And then Heyman tells Sammy, now is not the time, but don't worry, I still like you, because Heyman is driving a wedge here. Because Sammy is going to get destroyed, and it's going to be hilarious. I'm going to laugh. Liv talks about the Rumble. She doesn't want to be number 30. She wants to be number 1. And then recaps of the Bray LA Knight shit. And LA Knight then tries to make this work. Kayla looked great. LA Knight cannot make this work. As great as he is, he cannot make this work. This stuff with Bray is bad. And then Cross and Scarlett. Scarlett making her WWE in-ring debut, at least as far as television, took on Moss and Emma. It was like watching a newborn gazelle try to move. She did hit a nice T-bone suplex. That gear was fighting to cover up the goods. And Moss got choked out, and then they put Ray's mask on him, and then there's a tarot card with Ray's face on it and everything. And Cross versus Rey Mysterio in 2023. I wouldn't have even wanted to see that in 2019, but yeah, here we go. And then recaps of Ronda, Raquel, and Charlotte winning. And Money in the Bank's going to be in London. Which probably means unless I take that day off, I will end up watching that on demand. And Sheamus and Drew are in Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame bar. Where if you happen to be a child, some kids eat free. If you're a teenager, you get half-price meals. And if you're a girl from 13 to 17, you get to go into the King's Special Playroom. Just because he was found not guilty, by lack of evidence or whatever it was, doesn't actually mean that there wasn't something that he did. Maybe not in that case, but a lot of other cases. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and he always likes them young, doesn't he? Banger after banger after banger, and Michael Cole says Banger Bros on network TV. Then we go Charlotte showing up, same as it ever was. She's a face, but she's being snide to the fans. Here's Sonya, and everybody's talking about whooping that trick because, that was mentioned one little bit. And then Charlotte took on Sonya in a Smackdown Women's title match that was fine. It was just fine. Charlotte is back, so I stopped caring about the women's division. Not that I really cared at all when Ronda was there because, let's be honest, Ronda did nothing for the championship. And she did like a weird cartwheel clothesline that I think probably would have worked better in execution. And then a figure four wins it. And then we have the Cody return at Mania 38, clips of that, and then to be continued. Lacey Evans now has the Cobra Clutch, and boy, they're just bound and determined to keep resetting Lacey Evans. They may just want to have her go home and realize that processed foods don't cause certain things, like certain conditions like autism and ADHD. You stupid blonde bimbo, what the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, she served our country, and I appreciate her for that, but she's a stupid bimbo, and I'm going to say that. So anyway, Ricochet took on Flop Dollar, who lost quickly in a Rumble qualifier. Good God, Top Dollar is shit. That's what I wrote down. Ricochet won, and then Hit Row turns heel. Everybody said they turned heel. They were heels to me because Hit Row has been, besides maybe Cross and Braun, but at least Braun can, has gained some cheers. Cross has gained nothing. Hit Row, they got to be future endeavor by Mania 39. I don't want people to lose their jobs, but they're not working in WWE. Keep Adonis, put him in NXT. Top Dollar, I'm sorry. They can't do anything. This act is not working at all. And Braun then saves Ricochet. Hooray. And then the Bloodline, they're ready to retain the tag titles while Usos and Solo. And Roman says, bring me Sammy. And Imperium, they are prepared to destroy Braun, and they are prepared to eradicate him to help implement the final phase of their plan. Sammy is apologetic. Roman says, I shouldn't have lost my cool. I apologize to you. With all the snark in the world and Sammy not seeing that Roman is clearly crazy and he should run. But he's going to stay there. And he also has to face Owens next week. But he's going to stay backstage in the private room and eat popcorn and watch Sheamus and Drewmus, as it were, against Usos with Solo there. Undisputed tag title match. Big fight field. The usual. Wasn't bad. Had some moments. Sammy had popcorn, and everybody has popcorn. The 1D, that gets broken up. And then suddenly, Solo interferes, other people interfere. Brutes come down, Ridge and Peter Dune, and everybody fights, and we'll see you this weekend for the Royal Rumble. And then we get a roll-up with the ropes, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. That's it for that. There really isn't much to say about SmackDown. Hopefully, this upcoming sale, which that better be what it is. Hopefully, the sale maybe goes through right after Mania. Actually, sales like that usually take a little bit longer, but hopefully they get sold to NBC, Universal, or Disney, and we see what happens there. Maybe they can short things up. I mean, honestly, they can't make some parts of the TV more bland unless they keep Vince on. And if they keep Vince on, that's going to create a whole bunch of issues because there are a lot of people that will not work for Vince McMahon. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.